Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is good for one fall. Step into the ring at this time. From Birmingham, Alabama.
Stardust has joined us here. If you'd like, yeah, absolutely. Stardust, it's a pleasure to see you.
How do you do, gentlemen?
I'm well. Thank you for joining us. Quite an impression you just made just a few minutes ago.
Well, I made an impression on the floor.
Well, that's all right. You know,
I've already had a word with Mr. Andrews and decided that there might be a lawsuit in his future for having such wet wooden floor.
And honestly, it's not his fault. This is a place that we're just renting for right now.
That's what he said. He tries to pass the buck, pass the blame on to somebody else.
Well,
that's some of the problem with pro wrestling ego. That's why Stardust is here to elevate the talent, make this a better place. People don't realize, you see, they boo me, they insult me, but they don't realize I'm here for their own good. I'm here to make the product better.
Yeah. And I think that you're doing a good job. The photo in the loot case was a bit suspect.
Well, the photo in the loot case, as I say and still maintain, was until Mr. Bubbly destroyed it.
Yeah.
It was valued at over $10,000, and it will only inflate as the inflation rate rises. So too. Will the photographs value?
Then I'm going to have to go get it out of the trash can because that's where I saw it last.
Yeah, I would.
Okay, I'm going to send Joe over there to take care of that here in just a few minutes.
They autographed the glass, unfortunately.
that's a damn shame.
That member of the Moot Boys, as I like to call them, absolutely destroyed it.
Absolutely.
So, obviously I don't really care about any other wrestlers except Stardust, so do please explain to us what we've got going on here.
Absolutely. Well, coming up right now, we've got, of course, Chuck McMullen making his way in against Joshua O'Hagan.
Ah, yes, Chuck McMullen.
O'Hagan's a new guy here, so we haven't seen him before, but
his cheese is not on his cracker. I'm just going to say about O'Hagan, his cheese is not on his cracker.
I'll be perfectly honest, I'm mostly here so that I can watch Zombie Dragon
and Ray Fury.
Cave Ray Fury's face in.
You think that's going to happen tonight?
I have a strong feeling, mostly because I'm somewhat, and I'm man enough to admit this, I don't think it, in fact I think it takes courage to admit when you're afraid.
Sure.
I am lightly terrified of the left-hand path.
Absolutely, as well you should be. Any man who can control fire and a green mist, as Zombie Dragon does, is not one to be messed with.
Well, absolument, as the French say.
I do have a
that's
question.
the thing I appreciate about the English, is they are refined in the ways of other European cultures, like the French.
Well, I'm English adjacent, you know. The starship travels beyond the Phantom Zone. I consider myself a man of the universe.
As well you should. I could tell by the cape.
Then, well, absolutely, my galactic
Stardust,
cape.
I do have a question for you.
Well, fire away.
In this angle that you're in over here at Pro Wrestling Ego, what do you have to gain from this? Because I really don't see you putting yourself in a situation where you have nothing to gain.
Well, the Stir Search is all about finding somebody worthy of Stardust's attention. Now, how that manifests, we're going to leave as a mystery, but am I looking for a worthy opponent? Am I looking for a tag team partner? I'm looking for something, and only I know what I'm looking for, and I'll know when I've found it.
Could it be someone to manage?
Quite possibly. I mean, as I say, I've got a ruptured disc. It's very, very real.
Definitely it's not helped by the fall that we had earlier.
That I'm going to have to report to the Brandon Pain Care Management Clinic.
Okay. Quick shout out to the Brandon Pain Care Management Clinic. Circling Super Dave, I wouldn't appreciate that so much.
Got ourselves a little bit of a referee tornado going on there.
Fanning him off, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice. It's
a little shiatsu.
Little massage there.
Watch that elbow.
Okay.
That's a famous elbow right there, Chuck. Don't do it.
Well, referee health isn't often considered. I mean, they're so fragile. The slightest gust of wind and they'll fall over.
A quick
and they'll
bump.
Be down for 10 minutes.
Chuck is getting a little. Yeah, he got a little friendly there.
A little handsy there. they tell me that this is a PG Christian show, and I can't swear, but he can.
He can slap an ass.
He can sexually assault other wrestlers. Let's be perfectly honest.
It's
here.
not nice.
That's not cool.
No.
That's not honest. If there's one thing Stardust doesn't like, it's unwanted
assault.
sexual shenanigans.
And I could appreciate you using shenanigans rather than tomfoolery, because I don't
concur.
think that was proper.
And again, he goes for that. Very handsy.
Well, so far, we'd like to say Joshua Hagen has made an impression, but I'm not sure what kind of impression.
Well, now they're going.
Chuck.
Well, I was going to quote something from Requiem for a Dream there, but I'm not going to because, again,
The only thing that comes to mind is probably not. Yeah, it's not.
I'll keep that to myself.
Thank
a little
you.
round of applause, actually.
Yeah.
I'll join in with that. Well done, sir. Well done. Oh, and a tweak.
The bell has rung, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I do believe that this is a wrestling match of
Yeah.
some kind.
Hey, Tank, do me a favor. Tag in Joe and let him get over here.
That's some definite. That's mind games. Oh, the
A
frame
little-
kick preparing there.
Put him in a body bag, Johnny.
You see, I'm not just a colour commentator, although
Yeah.
I'm a very colourful commentator.
You are, quite.
But I consider myself quite adequate at play-by-play as well.
And now there's a
recognise frame
tickle
kick.
fest going on.
Yes.
This is not. Listen, I'm all for fun. And
If Stardust back was working correctly, I'd get in there and show them how a real match is fought.
I believe you would.
Yeah, I mean, everyone needs to know what a winner looks like.
Stardust, since we have you here, who would you equate your wrestling style to as far as wrestlers of the past and present?
Well, some people would say that I'm a D-list YouTuber with a derivative gimmick.
I would never call you that.
I don't think you would. You seem like a very intelligent man who
I
gets
try.
things correct.
Thank you.
But I will admit that there are some similarities to some other wrestlers.
Yeah?
In many ways, I like to consider myself the Lost Roads. I
My
combine
heavens.
the bizarreness of Goldust,
Yeah.
the charm of Cody Rhodes,
He is quite dashing, some would say.
and the body of Dusty.
Well, you know what? It's not a bad thing because he was the son of a plumber, and Dusty is much loved, especially here in the South, which you're finding yourself in now. You know, that's.
Absolutely. I mean, some fans shout out that Cody wants his gimmick back. I
No.
contest he really doesn't.
No, he really doesn't.
I think the American Nightmare is doing just fine with the
He-
gimmick
he
has
has
right now.
no problems.
Actually.
If we could make that kind of money that Cody is now making just on merchandise alone, I think all of us would be happier.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm doing fine. I mean, I know that you are probably
Well, you know, we struggle a bit.
cash poor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It's all right. We do it for the love, not for the cash.
Sure, sure.
That's what I tell myself every night as I cry on my pillow.
I mean,
There's-
that's why
there's
I
love
come
involved?
and do these shows for free.
There is no love involved in this
Didn't know
job.
there was love involved.
No, there's not. Hey, supposedly there's a wrestling match going on in the ring.
Yeah, so far I've not seen much.
A moment ago,
much combat.
Joshua Hagen was massaging nothing.
Oh,
I
there's a
did
pin
see that.
attempt.
There's-
No,
nope.
one count there.
One at a time, really.
I mean, we can't get greedy over here. Wouldn't do us any good.
It's very important to limber up. I know that there's a lot of limbering going on. They do. One thing
limber
that's not
match.
emphasized enough is how you got to do your stretches.
Calisthenics
Crowd.
and yoga, DDP
Blood
yoga,
flow.
if we want to get into that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, with my ruptured back, I don't know if I've mentioned that I've got a ruptured disc in my back,
A couple of times.
but DDP yoga has been recommended to me, and I would love to go to his house for a free sesh.
I don't
hear
think-
he does them free at his house.
He does, yep.
Yeah.
Over at the, he's got a performance center out there in Atlanta, Georgia. And I definitely
too
think
far
that,
away.
No, quick jump as it were. O'Hagan shining up Chuck's head. Those gyrations are not family friendly.
I'm a fan of showmanship. My manager, Jim Sterling, is the greatest showman in games media, but
Absolutely, the Jimquisition.
yes, the
Yep.
Inquisition, you could quite possibly have too much of a good thing. And
If that is a good thing.
well,
What was just in the ring,
it's
I cannot
debatable,
qualify.
quite possibly.
You know, you bring up Jim Sterling, your manager. Jim has been seen all throughout the interwebs with his YouTube channel, with his podcast. How did you and Jim come to garner each other's attention?
Well, we have a very complex relationship. You see, Jim Sterling is my manager.
Yeah.
my client, my alter ego, and a completely different person.
Absolutely.
So it's a very complex thing. There's a lot of lore. We've actually written a show Bible once we do the miniseries.
Congratulations.
Which we're hoping to run by HBO.
Mazel tov, yeah.
It'll be based on the book that I'm bringing out. It's an erotic thriller called 50 Shades of Purple.
My God. If we could just have a sample chapter sent over to the podcast, we'd be happy to
Yes,
read it
I mean,
sometime.
it leaves little to the imagination, quite like my spandex.
I kind of imagined that might be the case.
Might not be able to read it out on this show.
Quick pin attempt by O'Hagan. And a slam right there for Chuck. Chuck still good. Another arm drag.
Too busy celebrating and he didn't scout the arm drag. That's
Another
the-
arm drag. Another arm drag.
A bit of an arm drag trade-off there.
It's an arm drag party, perhaps.
And
Little child getting way too
Sometimes an
close.
arm drag is worth celebrating.
Little child getting way. There we go. All right.
well, he thinks it's wrestling.
At least somebody does.
He's excited about it. It's great.
Good for him.
Yep.
I mean,
Positive
Sometimes
attitude.
if you can't get the cheers you want, you just make them yourself.
That's the way I like to think. I mean, my approach, especially when I'm in Byram, is if I'm having fun, then who the heck cares about the rest of them, you know?
They don't even care.
I got to say
No.
that's been evident just by
In
watching
Byram,
your
yeah.
work tonight.
Hey, Joe, quick question. How is Byram spelled?
It's with several letters.
Okay, great.
Mostly in English.
S-H... well, it's
no,
a
no,
PG
no,
show.
no, no,
I
no,
can't-
no, no.
Well, that is,
that's-
we're
you're-
rarely PG over here. We're more PG-13 to R adjacent. Oh, my. A stiff kick to the midsection of Chuck right there.
I'll tell you what, on Byram, there's no U involved,
Nope, absolutely not.
but there are other vowels.
A couple of them. Chuck
Sometimes vowels.
putting O'Hagan into the corner. Stiff elbows to the chin.
Ultimately, though, I mean, who really needs to spell Byram?
I mean, the Deer can't spell, and the Deer pretty much overrun this place and Pearl, Mississippi, so I'm not worried about it. High butt to the chest of O'Hagan, and a stiff kick to the chin right there.
Nice.
Pin attempt. 2.5.
That was close.
Stardust has got a little fan over here. Nice bridge.
Still not enough for the full
Nope.
pin there. Everything I know about wrestling, I know from video games, and they have taught me that you need to get a 3 count if I'm correct.
And you have to
3 count
rotate the
win.
thumbsticks in opposite positions to highlight that narrow window.
Yeah, that
Down,
might
down,
be why
A,
they're
B.
not winning.
No, that's
Right,
that's the
yeah.
Konami code.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's to get you unlimited lives on Strider.
And if you use the Konami code, especially per Pro Wrestling Ego rules, you will get disqualified.
I've heard that. Jay has told me as much. Speaking of video games and wrestling video games, Stardust, what was your thoughts on 2K18 that just came out?
I've never uninstalled a game so quickly.
Exactly right. Exactly right. I tried.
I've played Never Dead by Konami.
My God.
I've played the new Dynasty Warriors 9, which I'm actually under embargo today, but by the time this comes out, I won't be, so I can
Right,
tell you right
please.
now, it's utter crap.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much. I'm doing a little Monster Hunter World right now.
Very nice.
Enjoying
very
that one.
nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of the former Destiny players are moving on to Monster Hunter World.
As well they should.
Yes, I moved on to Warframe personally.
I've heard good things about that one.
Oh, well, I mean, you can make any character you want bright pink and purple, so
And why
it's
not?
a Stardust kind of
Exactly.
game, baby.
It's just a wet dream. And, we're
Yes,
rowing
it
the
is.
we're rowing the boat.
Throwing Chuck all the way home.
Joshua O'Hagan is an odd character.
That he is.
He's getting the crowd behind Chuck right now.
It's an unorthodox style to get the crowd to cheer for your opponent.
It's
I think he noticed the prevailing wind was for Chuck, and he's just
Chuck with a hard
he's just riding
clothesline.
with it.
Very stiff there. And another one. Oof.
Nice lariat there.
Oh, and a big kick. O'Hagan
Still on his
still
feet.
barely. There we go. Fisherman's.
Suplex.
Very nicely done.
Is it enough though?
1, 2.
I think if
No.
Dave would have
Well, enough
gotten
put
in
away.
place in position on time on
You know,
that,
God
I'd
bless
actually
Super
gotten
Dave. Let it never be said that the man doesn't get into his work.
that. Never.
Never.
I should point out that obviously I feel for Chuck having lost his family, his brotherhood.
Right.
I actually had to reapply my paint at the beginning of the show because the funeral.
From the tears.
I mean,
Yeah.
even now I'm
I can see
welling
it.
up. Welling up. The pathetic state of Shaky McCoy.
There's the 3
There
count.
we go. Sorry.
O'Hagan with the win. He's in a little bit of pain. Lower back pain. Our guest Stardust
I
can
can relate.
relate to that.
My heart goes out to him. But hey, he won.
Absolutely.
Get a nice pack on that and celebrate the sweet, sweet victory.
Asking for a little rub from Super Dave.
And another loss there for former Boot Boy.
Stardust, if people want to get a hold of you on the social media, they can get a hold of Jim all day long on all his media outlets. Where can they find you?
Yeah, I mean, if you just Google the word Jim, you'll find Jim Sterling.
Sterling pops right
But,
up. Yep.
You can follow
hug
me
and
on
ring.
my own Twitter at the Stardust.
Right.
share my
Hashtag
thoughts.
Stir Search.
Hashtag Stir Search, hashtag Sturgazers.
Right.
That's the name of my loyal fans, many of which were
Quite a
cheering
few.
and applauding me tonight.
We've met quite a few of your fans on our YouTube site,
Wonderful,
and
wonderful.
quite engaging group of people.
Little time for some celebration there.
I think he's about to. Yep, there it goes.
There we go.
B-boy
Wonderful.
style. My goodness.
He's almost as good as me at that.
And the guy just wrestled a match and
Yeah.
was still able to pull out a windmill.
I mean, with that lumbar pain he was exhibiting, to be able to do that is just, and there we go.
that's a bit of
very. He's got some hang time on that.
We're going to have to find out more about Joshua O'Hagan, hopefully in the near future.
Certainly.
Quite an eccentric
There
personality.
goes Joshua O'Hagan. Almost makes me look normal.
Tame.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost.
Not quite, but
Had the
almost.
pleasure of sharing some company with O'Hagan before our respective performances this evening.
Were there any alcoholic beverages entailed there?
No, but he did show me some very interesting pictures on his phone.
I'd rather not find out about that. Thank you. That's between you and he and whatever cellular provider he uses.
Don't ask him for the time.
What? Scott has got his microphone in a cup.
Oh yeah,
And now he's-
HBO's Westworld coming in there.
Oh my. Well,
I don't feel bad about that. He talked an immense amount of trash to me
He
at
has.
the Hideaway.
yeah, it was uncalled for.
Absolutely uncalled for.
What's in Scotty's cup?
You don't want to know, Tank. And I don't think even Scott knows what's in there. Scott taking his time, as usual.
I think Dave's very trusting right now to just go ahead and start
shake
shaking
it up.
that up. I don't.
Shake it up.
You don't know what's in there.
Stardust, I've enjoyed your entrance theme on numerous occasions. Tell us a little bit about what into that.
Yes, my entrance theme, called Scribbled in the Stars,
Yes.
was composed by Nathan Hanover.
Nathan Hanover.
If you look for the Nathan Hanover Symphonic Orchestra on YouTube,
All right.
you can find out a number of his tunes. He's composed music for the Jimquisition on numerous occasions.
Sure.
He did the theme for the short movie Jimsaw that we recorded last
Absolutely.
year.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of original music as well as covers. His
Very good.
synthetic cover of Megalovania is from the video game Undertale.
Right.
Highly recommended.
All right. Well, we'll take a look. Has he got a SoundCloud account, anything like that?
Probably.
Maybe,
He
yeah.
does most of his stuff on YouTube, so
Okay.
I would recommend searching him out there.
So there was actually tickets in the cup. Obviously, they're
drawing.
doing their half
Oh, it's
drawing.
her.
It's either a
She-
drawing or
she's
someone's
got a
putting all their
mouth
hands
on
in
her.
it.
I saw you two having a bit of a discussion over there.
Last time I was in Barham as well. I mean, she just represents everything I despise about this place. That's why I refused to debut here, and I had Jim Sterling do it.
Yeah.
I saved myself for the Hideaway. I didn't even want to turn up tonight.
Well, it's
I really regret it, if I'm honest. I mean,
You know, I can
obviously
understand that.
it's wonderful to be here and share the company of some people who
Thank
actually
you.
appreciate Stardust.
Thank you.
Sometimes I don't feel I get the recognition and the praise that I deserve. It's not that I need praise in any way. It's just that I deserve it and need it.
Well, but you just said you didn't need it, and then you just said but you need and deserve it.
Don't correct our guest. Don't
Stardust is a
correct our
very
guest.
mysterious man.
Enigmatic.
Very enigmatic. Sometimes he'll say things that sound like they're wrong or contradictory,
But they're not.
but they make sense
To Stardust.
to Stardust. And as I said, we're in Byram, and it only matters that I understand it.
And honestly, no one in Byram even knows how to work a computer, so the fact, I don't think they'll ever hear this.
Well, no, I mean, that's why they don't cheer for me.
Well, somebody might print it out for them.
Do
And
you think somebody's going to go to the point of transcribing this, Joe?
I didn't say they would transcribe it. I just
Just going to print it out.
There's going to print
Screen print.
Yeah.
Coming up, final match of the night, Zombie Dragon versus Ray Fury. This promises to be a little bit out of the ordinary, but definitely entertaining.
I've been looking forward to this one. As I say, I wanted to come out here and do some commentary with you guys.
And we're glad that you did.
You know, partially to prove that I'm brilliant at anything to do with wrestling, including play-by-play and color commentary. I do them both at the same
A
time,
Renaissance man, as it were.
as it were. But I also wanted to come out here. I needed the excuse to come and see Ray Fury and Zombie Dragon. I have a lot of respect for Zombie Dragon.
Sure.
I think he's a rising star. I love that his mask is very Theodric.
And it's very Nazgul. And,
Very Nazgul, yeah.
And that machete that he's constantly bringing here to the ring is nothing nice.
Well, you know, sometimes.
I mean, shades of Jason there as
Absolutely.
well. I mean, he's basically everything I love in a wrestler. And the
Hearts would know.
children like to chant that he's not scary.
I'm sorry.
I think children are idiots. They have no concept of their own mortality. I'm an adult, therefore smart.
He's I'm wondering if that's his blood or if that's somebody else's blood on his chest.
You never can tell. Sometimes he comes out stabbing his own neck. Sometimes it
Yeah.
looks like it might be blood that he was just enjoying before the match.
A little pre-game. Yeah, absolutely.
Another man of mystery, another enigma. I think that's why I find myself drawn to Zombie Dragon's particular idiom.
Idiom. Nice use.
It rhymes with
Fidium.
what everyone in Byram are. It's a neo-rhyme. It's what we would grammatically classify that as.
I can appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Scott, I don't know why you're still in the ring, especially with a man with a machete.
You're going to have a difficult time confiscating that thing.
Yep.
I think you just let it alone.
I don't appreciate that my colours are on the entrance
Well,
way now.
if we're talking about colors on the Pantone scale, I don't think that they match up with that royal purple that you're wearing right now.
That is true. That is true.
Ray Fury making his way out, Pro Wrestling Ego's fan favorite. I would dare say he is the face of Pro Wrestling Ego now that the Boot Boys are no more.
Quite possibly. You hear the screams when he comes out. Obviously, a huge following with the ladies. I don't
They do
blame
fancy
them.
him.
That's a chiseled torso that man has. He's
And
a
the
little
mystery
bit of a-
behind the mask also
Oh, of
led something
course,
to it.
Yes, I mean, I've never seen that face. But then I don't care to see the face behind that mask because Stardust believes we all wear masks. And
That's quite Jungian of you.
the real Ray Fury, that's who I'm interested in. I don't want to see his face. I want to see the man inside the man.
And hopefully you're going to see a little bit more of that tonight in this match.
Absolutely. Ray Fury is a little bit upset with me. He and I have had words on
Well,
Twitter.
I mean, honestly, and let's get into that. Some would say that you assisted O'Shea Edwards in a bit of revenge against Ray Fury with the sliding of a chair into the ring at the Hideaway.
Well, as I was trying to explain to these ignoramus earlier on, I am the change. I am the difference maker.
All right.
I'm the potassium in the water.
And they definitely need it out here in Byram.
And ultimately, I knew what was in O'Shea's heart. I could see behind that mask. I realized that after all of the blame that Ray Fury was putting on him, all of the doubt,
Right.
while consistently going after his championship, and let's face it, robbing him of a victory at the Great Southern 8,
Sure.
I could see that fire in O'Shea's eyes, and all it needed was that potassium in the water.
A little bit of
little
fuel
nudge.
to the fire, as it were.
I simply gave O'Shea Edwards the tools to do what he was already going to do. I didn't help O'Shea Edwards. O'Shea
All right.
Edwards helped O'Shea Edwards.
You know what? And O'Shea has said as much on his Twitter account. So here comes the match right now. Zombie Dragon. Quick arm drag takedown. And one for
One
Ray
from
Fury.
Dragon. A triple going for that.
Not
pin
even a
early,
one
but
count.
No, not even close. But Dragon with one of his own.
Oh, and a
Oh.
quick miss and a miss.
He doesn't normally bust that stuff out early.
Now, it's interesting that Super Dave hasn't even called anything about that. Oh, and a quick
I guess if
kick.
it doesn't connect, it doesn't count.
I suppose so.
And I suppose when you bring a machete to the ring, you gotta expect a certain amount of hijinks during a match.
Slamming his head off of the mat there.
You know what you're getting with Zombie Dragon. I mean, you're going to have to wave something.
Yep.
If I was a referee, I frankly wouldn't call him out on anything.
Probably a wise man. Ray Fury going in. Up and over.
Dragon
And here
thought he
comes the
had him
receipt.
off, but no.
Kick to the head. Ray Fury sweeping the legs. Going up and over. Dropping that shoulder into him.
I have to say, I don't particularly care for the eat meat.
What's your problem with it?
I just think it's a little easy. It's the catchphrase equivalent of that person who only knows that one Franz Ferdinand song. It's entry
Take me out?
level.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Ray Fury getting dropped by the high rotation of Zombie Dragon.
I know 3 Franz Ferdinand songs, and I also know about the supergroup they formed with Sparks, FFX. So
My God. Is there anything that you don't know, Stardust? You know what? Don't tell me, because I don't want to have my image of you
let's
tarnished.
not have the
Thank
yeah.
you. Wrenching back on the lower back of Ray Fury. Got those arms wrapped around him, wearing him out.
That's what you want to do. I mean, with both of these wrestlers, speed is key. We've got a very fast
Got to wear him down.
matchup.
Yep.
And I think whoever is the first to slow is likely going to be the one to fall.
Wise words from Stardust.
Well, I know everything about wrestling.
Absolutely.
I'm the greatest wrestler there ever was, and I haven't even wrestled a match.
I mean, I would think that that the wait for it, passion that people are having for Stardust to be in the ring is palpable at this time.
I mean, you could mold a statue of David Bowie out of it. It's that solid. It's that
You know
thick,
what, Stardust? I was with you for right up to that, and then you had to bring David Bowie, the original Starman, into this.
The
And
Starman.
let's
called?
let's
There's
not
a
tarnish.
Starman waiting in the sky.
My unborn children
He'd
are
really
crying.
like to beat you, but his back hurts. That's no lie.
Well done. You know what? I'm going to have to give it to you on that one. And we've got that now on tape.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to sell
David
that.
Bowie is my karaoke party piece.
I'm constantly doing Space Oddity. One night,
Says
you and I,
ground control to
Yeah, there it is.
Major Tom.
hard head of Zombie Dragon to Ray Fury. Here to hear, folks. Stardust and myself will go out and do some karaoke.
Boring slaps.
Yeah, those fingernails raked across the chest.
He keeps them sharp, and with good reason.
Not exactly sure what he said there.
I think he was trying to say yeet yeet as best as a man with a hole
Quite-
in his neck can say.
Quite possible.
I mean, I shouldn't say man, I mean zombie dragon,
Yeah.
if we're being
Neither zombies nor dragons are
correct
actually
biologically.
technically men.
Ray Fury swapping it out there.
Reversing
Sit
the
into
whip
it,
from
up
Dragon.
and over. Coming off the rope. High rotation there.
That's,
Zombie
that's
Dragon
why
with
Zombie
the
Dragon's my
green
pick,
mouth there.
honestly.
Crawling over to get at the camera. That doesn't make much sense, but when does Zombie Dragon make sense?
Well, I mean, that's the thing about the left-hand path is they hate absolutely everybody.
It's true.
I mean,
Going after that mask right there.
I speak very highly of them, and they give me side eyes. Eric Silva looked like he wanted to punch my lights out, and I don't know why. I consider myself charm incarnate.
Silva's not exactly a personable gent, so I wouldn't take much offense to that.
Which really is a shame, because if my alter ego / manager
High leg drop.
ever wanted to work with him, Sterling Silva would be an absolutely wonderful
My God, you're
team.
right.
But his loss.
Yeah,
His loss.
absolutely.
Dragon for another pinfall.
2.5.
One thing I will admit is when I said that Stardust came here looking for winners and was left wanting, I won't deny that there is talent here in Pro Wrestling Ego, and we're certainly seeing two of Ego's best, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
There are various aspects of Ray Fury I don't quite respect.
Hard slaps to the midsection, chops to the chest.
But things like that you've got to respect.
The rally that Ray Fury is able to do is absolutely amazing. Bit unorthodox move there. Neck
And
breaker
that's
on the
just
top.
vicious.
Zombie Dragon
He's
having
getting
some
distracted
words.
over on the outside.
He does that sometimes.
He's a whimsical creature.
Whimsical?
I think so. He's given to flights of fancy, bouts of whimsy.
Whimsy I equate with charm, with
You don't think Zombie
manic
Dragon's
pixie girls.
charming?
I've yet to have a conversation with the gentleman, so I can't really say.
He and I talk on Twitter a fair bit. I think typing is the best he
I
can
think
do.
it is, yep.
Where he comes across as an articulate and delightful.
Zombie Dragon up on the top rope.
Top there. We're going to see something
Coming off.
Oh!
Quick RKO for his troubles there.
You never see him coming. That's the thing.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
You think you got it sewn up, and then suddenly, like you say, Ray Fury's ability to just pull that fire out from himself.
Indeed.
That I
Calling
do
on the crowd
respect.
right now to pump him up.
Yeah, you got to have some crowd interaction.
Yeah, no sympathy for me from the crowds when I fell, and I don't know if I mentioned I got a ruptured disc in my
disc.
spine,
L5, L6, what are we looking at?
sort of lower right.
Okay,
But
the
really,
lumbar,
it
yeah.
radiates
Did you
everywhere.
call for the crowd to cheer you on the way that Ray is doing right now?
No, because I feel I shouldn't have to. They
High knee.
shouldn't cheer me for being me. Some people have to ask for the approval.
They'll come around, Stardust.
Everyone always does.
Ray bringing him in.
Vicious
Suckered him in
knee
for a
there.
knee.
Second rope.
Oh!
Quick drop right there on the lower back.
I've not seen a stomp quite like that. And there's a little
Quick
mini
splash.
But not quite enough.
Super Dave right there. Ray Fury telling everybody's going up. We might see a froggy elbow right here, folks.
I must admit it's a good elbow. The froggy elbow's a good
Shades
elbow.
of Randy Savage and Kyrie Sane.
Oh, the dragon's
Yep,
up.
zombie
and-
dragon's up.
Oh, crotch on
You
the
cannot take that amount of time
Buckle
to
there.
set up that move.
Nope, absolutely not. That zombie's got something in mind. Lord only knows what it is.
I think it's more of that green mist.
It quite possibly could be.
He can get inside of the head of the zombie dragon, ultimately.
It's a
I think
scary
he's
place.
He's the only one who's there, and he's the only one who wants to be there.
Zombie Dragon.
Whoa!
Hurricanrana from the top rope.
Wonderfully executes it.
Back into the corner. Kick to the head. Good heavens.
That.
1, 2. So
That
close
should
to a
have
3
been
count.
I'd have called that a 3.
If you were
were
refereeing.
calling this, I'd
Yep.
have called that a 3.
Absolutely.
Again, just because I don't want Zombie Dragon to tear my face off.
Wise man.
It takes a long time to apply the face paint. It would be ruined if he tore my face off.
Audience seems to be split with their adoration right now.
Really appreciating what Zombie's bringing to the table right
It's
now.
nice to see Zombie get some appreciation. He deserves it.
Zombies do not get enough appreciation.
No, they get a bad rap, as it were, especially of the dragon sort.
There's some payback for the turnbuckle crotching earlier.
Everybody taking their turn.
Ray Fury on the second rope, wearing down Zombie Dragon.
Yeah, this might be that slowdown effect. If he can nail this off the top, looking like he's going
Good
for
heavens.
It's
It's just
Dragon
dangerous.
slipped out, and ooh.
Dragon with a quick push.
Well, that turnbuckle's seeing a lot of action
In the tree of
tonight.
woe, Zombie Dragon going to the opposite corner. And a baseball slide right into the face of Ray Fury.
Nasty.
If he's not knocked out cold, folks, he's definitely feeling that pain.
Dragon's
Zombie
got
Dragon just...
something under the apron.
There goes that machete. Yeah. Dave, get some decorum in there, buddy. Stay on him. Don't.
I mean,
not
some
gonna
people
end
would
well.
frown upon it, but you can't argue that a machete is a very effective tool in a wrestling match.
Have we even really read the list of rules? Is a machete on the list of things you're not allowed to have in the ring?
I would hope so. This is not going to end well. Good heavens. Going for the machete to the face. Ray has him. Push off with a reverse DDT.
Some sort of reverse DDT cutter.
Good heavens. Yeah,
combo
something.
there. He
Honestly,
might be
I
getting
was-
that rally together.
Honestly, I was still thinking about that machete flying across the ring.
That's what you
It's
should.
Almost toward the outside.
I think one of the mistakes Dragon may have made there was he spent so long while Ray was in the tree of
Yeah.
woe going for that.
Ray with
there's
the
that
froggy elbow.
That usually spells the
Ray, you
end.
got to stay on top of him, brother. There's
up.
small package 2 and 3. There is the 3 count.
Hard-fought battle between Ray Fury
Absolutely.
and Zombie
Wonderful
Dragon.
match, I feel. Obviously, Zombie Dragon would be my pick, and I still maintain that.
And it's good to stick by your judgments, but unfortunately tonight they fell short as Ray Fury is your winner in this final match at Pro Wrestling Ego. Stardust, quick thing with Pro Fire coming out to consoles coming up. Are you hoping that people are going to make a Stardust character for their wrestling needs?
I know it's already been made on PC,
Yeah,
so I certainly hope the console. Is he pointing?
yeah. He's this guy right here. Yeah, Ray Fury seems to have some thoughts with you, Stardust.
I want no part of it. I had nothing to do with.
You might want to stick around over here and wait till Ray gets to the back.
Yeah, I think maybe if I see him coming, please take no offense if I throw one of you at him.
You know what? If you can get one of us up and at him, more power to you. Zombie Dragon's still clawing after Ray
Still
Fury.
trying to he wants a piece. He wants his pound of flesh, but I don't think Ray's going to let him get it.
No. Well, as we close out Stardust, give the people another idea of where they can find you in all their social media outlets.
Certainly. You can follow the exploits of the Jimquisition and any Stardust-related content there at the Jim Sterling YouTube channel. That's
Yep.
Jim Sterling on YouTube. And you can follow him at Jim Sterling.
Also, a Patreon account for the Jimquisition. They can be a part of that.
Patreon.com/the Jimquisition or Jimquisition, I forget which one.
One of them, they'll find them.
Jim handles that.
Absolutely.
And you can follow me at The Stardust on Twitter.
It's been an absolute pleasure. We appreciate
It
you
absolutely
gracing
has.
us with your presence here
I'm
at
glad
the
that
house
you
show.
appreciate me.
Yeah. Ray holding court there in the middle of the ring with Super Dave. Zombie Dragon getting a hold of that machete. You might want to stay out of that corner there, Ray. This has been The Broken Path out in Byron, Mississippi. Follow Pro Wrestling Ego at Pro Wrestling Ego. What hashtags do they use, Joe?
They can use hashtag Pro Wrestling Ego. Check out hashtag Pride of the South.
If you want to find us, you can find us at House Show Pod on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Anchor.fm. If you want to get a hold of us on Twitter,
I'm at HouseShow_Joe.
and I'm at HouseShow_Corey. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. Plenty more coming from Pro Wrestling Ego and from the House Show. For myself, Stardust, and Joe, good night, folks.
Ooh.